tutorial is about the Adobe software program known as Bridge. Bridge works hand in hand with Photoshop. Bridge is the browser that helps you categorize and prioritize your images. This concept of organizing your many photographs is the beginning of what is known as your workflow. Bridge can be opened primarily by one of these two ways. I can go to my dock and I can locate the Bridge icon, the BR, and you can see that when I scroll over that I get this info tab that states that it's the Adobe Bridge CS6. Clicking on that will open up and give you this window. You can see that Adobe Bridge is open up here. Another way that this can be opened up is through Photoshop. If I click on Photoshop and have Photoshop open, I can go to File, Browse in Bridge, and it opens up the Bridge program for me. Bridge is going to help find and help me select the images that I would like to open up and further edit in Photoshop. This window can be customized, and it actually looks much different than the default settings. I've changed the appearance of this by going to the upper left-hand corner to the Preferences, and when I click on the Preferences, I'm allowed to go to this general area and change the tonalities of the background and the foreground. I select the dark black. I can rotate this so that it changes so that it could be a little bit darker in the outside. I can rotate this up so it's bright. I want something in the midtones because I want to be able to adjust and to see the colors that are within the image. I don't want to be looking at a lot of glare and flare from the white. The other thing that I change here is that up here I can, where you see the word Essentials, that it's highlighted in this amber color. I can change that to any color that I would like. You can see I changed it to ruby. It's a totally, it's your preference on what it should look like. Now, be forewarned that if you came into class and you sat down and your computer was still on and you start working on it, you have to realize that the person that was there before you may have made many changes, not only just in the appearance, but they may have changed the default settings. So if in fact you came in and the computer was on, you should completely shut it down and restart it, because we have a program that will, every time that the computer is shut down, it really negates any changes that were made by the prior student. So go ahead and remember to change that, or to shut it down if in fact it was on. Well, you can further customize the way that this looks. If you look over here on the left-hand side, I have what's known as a favorites, and I have folders. I like to work with folders because in this content window, I would like it to show me the folders that I have the options from selecting my pictures. So I'll click on folders, then I'll click over here on the desktop, and these are the folders that are on my desktop on my computer now. If I click and double click on that one particular folder known as the JPEG Bridge Examples, you can see now that these are the pictures that I'm going to use for this demonstration and for the future Bridge tutorials. When I select one picture, that one picture then shows up in a preview box. Also, what appeared was this metadata box, and I have a lot of other options and things that I can alter and change. If I'm annoyed by the fact that it's using up this amount of real estate, I can double click on that title, and then I can just have the sole picture there on its own. If I'm trying to compare another picture with that picture, and I would like them both to appear in this preview box, I hold down the Command key and I click once on that other picture. So this gives me the opportunity to see the two of them and make a comparison to see which picture I would like to work with. If I would like to see a third picture and make a comparison, I can click once on that as well. Now once I've decided that I would like to work on a particular picture, I double click on that picture and it opens it up in Photoshop. Under those, I'll then proceed to go through my adjustments that you'll learn about and alter this image so that I can get the most amount of color, saturation, and brightness and contrast out of this image. If I would like to go back to Bridge, all I need to do is, here I'm in Photoshop, I go to File, Browse in Bridge, it takes me back to the bridge. And then if I would like to go back then to Photoshop, all I need to do is go over to this little boomerang right here and click on that, and it will return to the Photoshop. Now, as I scroll over each one of these small little icons, it actually gives me an info box and tells me what that, by clicking on that, what that will do for me. So this one's very important to us. It's going to be the get photos from the camera. This one's another good one for us, and that's to open up the photograph in a program called RAW. And so you can just learn and scout around and just scroll over these, and it will then reveal what that particular item, what kind of tool that is.